Welcome to a tour of my He-Man cave. This is in the basement of my house. And if you go inside, I'm going to give you a tour. So we're going to be looking at everything a little bit more closely. This room has Masters of the Universe and DC, Thundercats, Twilight Zone, but for the most part today we're just going to focus on Masters of the Universe. Over in this corner, this sword I picked up at Spirit Halloween on clearance a few years ago. It was very hard to find one that wasn't damaged. It's made out of like a foam material. It shows dents very easily. But I got a good deal on it. I wish I had picked up the She-Ra sword as well, which they did have, but again, it was hard to find one that wasn't dinged up. So I just have the one for now. Starts my classics collection. The first three figures, of course, are from DC, but they use the Masters of the Universe Classics parts. So there's Mutant Leader, Darkseid, and Superman Doomed. This shelf is mostly made up of unaffiliated villains. So we have a Shadow Beast, Faceless One, Evil Seed, Lodar, Count Marzo, Anti-Eternia He-Man, Provis, Nepthu, Shakoti with two Darklings, Lord Mask, Plundor, the Unnamed One, Geldor, Demo Man, and another Shadow Beast. And then going into the corner we have the Space Mutants, so there's Slushhead, Quake, Flog, Krita, Optic, and Karate. The Evil Horde. There's Despera, Horde Prime, a Horde Wraith, Psychop, Rat Trap, Octavia. We've got three Horde Troopers. Two of them are sporting the alternate heads that came with General Sunder. Modulok, Grizzlor, Shadow Weaver. There's my Hordak. He is the Filmation repaint with a cape from the Buzzsaw Hordak, I believe, along with Imp. There's Catra with Blade's Laser Whip. I just like that better with her than her sword. Mantenna, Leech, three more Horde Troopers, one with an alternate head, Dilamug, Mosquitor, Scorpia, Multibot, Calyx, Dragstore. Got Entrapta with the Shaping Staff, just because I like how that looks with her. And Voltak in the corner. Below the Horde I have the Great Rebellion and other She-Ra heroes. So we've got Huntara, General Sunder, Double Trouble, Sweet Bee, Perfuma, Peekaboo, Spinnerella, Natasa, Madame Raz with Broom and Lookie, Frosta, Angela, Swiftwind. This is the Bubble Power She-Ra body with a original She-Ra head. Glimmer, Castaspella, Bow and Arrow with Cowl, Light Hope, Mermista. She is holding a trident from a DC Direct Mara figure, sorry. Seahawk, Flutterina, Tall Star, Starla with Glory Bird, and Jewel Star. And the fourth shelf on this side of the room is all about the Snake Men, so I've got two of the Snake Men guards. There's Fangor, Terror, Cobra Khan, Ratlore. That's Battle Armor King Hiss, that's my preferred version of the character. Snakeface, Tongue Lasher, Squeeze, Lord Grasp, and two of the snake guards. One of them is on the Sky Sled. Below the shelf I have a custom tissue box that I actually created using art that I downloaded from Facebook that was drawn by Emiliano Santa Lucia. There's Night Stalker, Megator, and the Roton with Destroyer. On the wall beside that I have the poster of Castle Grayskull. And on the wall I have some art. I've got the Horde from Filmation and the Evil Warriors. That's box art from the vintage Castle Grayskull. And the Funko He-Man vintage inspired figure that's based on the Filmation design. Down below that, there was no official Masters of the Universe calendar for 2019, so again, this is one that I created using Emiliano's awesome artwork. And up there is a Visa debit card featuring Orko that I never activated. There's Granomir, the Talon Fighter. Point Dread is in storage because I don't have a really good spot to put it in here. Here are three of the really awesome books released by Dark Horse. We've got the Art of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the Character Guide, the Complete Guide to the Classic Animated Adventures of He-Man and She-Ra, and the newspaper comic strips. Back in there behind Skeletor, I have a Toon Tumbler of He-Man. And Castle Grayskull. We've got the Club Grayskull, He-Man, and Skeletor on either side. And it's up for debate whether that is a custom or a rejected official figure that never got released. It's a statue version of He-Man that I got off eBay. It's really cool. And on top of Castle Grayskull I have, that is the original Sorceress figure with the Kodak Ungol head that came with the Club Grayskull Sorceress figure. On the other side of the room, we start with the Galactic Protectors. We've got Icarius, Darius, Tuscador, Hydron, Mara. Then we've got the Cosmic Enforcers. So we've got Zodak with a K, Zodak with a C, Strobo. Then going back to the Preternia days, we've got Wondar. There's Ular with the 2000X He-Man head, which is my preference. That's Battleground Tila, but I like to think of her as a Preternian heroic warrior alongside Vicor. There's the Goddess, who thankfully has not exploded on me yet. Eldor and Hero. There's the Spirit of King Grayskull on Battle Lion. Queen Vina, Standor, Dare, King He-Man, Sir Laser-Lot, Deadpool, Mighty Spectre. There's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, again from Mattel's Multiverse line, but I put them here because they go well with the Classics figures. There's the weapons rack and Molar. Alright, one shelf down is all about the Evil Warriors. So this is Fangman, Icer, Strong Arm, Twistoid, Batros, Ninjor, Scareglow, Spikor. My Spikor had wonky eyes that a lot of them were plagued with, so I decided to paint his eyes completely white, and I think that looks a lot better. Stinkor, Webstor, Clawful with the 2000X head, 3 hover robots, Beastman, Merman, Evil Lyn and Screech, Skeletor on Panther, Triclops, which is my favorite Evil Warrior, possibly my favorite Masters character overall. He was the first figure I ever had as a kid, back in the day. Trapjaw, Faker with the damaged head, 3 more hover robots, Whiplash, Too Bad, Jitsu, Blast Attack, Blade, Karg, Saurod, Gygor without his helmet because I couldn't fit him on the shelf with his helmet on, Drago Man, who is just awesome, Goat Man, and a Skelcon riding a griffin. Shelf is all about the heroic warriors. One thing you'll notice that I haven't said yet is I'm not really about posing the various versions of figures. Like, I don't have Battle Armor He-Man or Flying Fists He-Man or Dragon Blaster Skeletor. I just have pretty much one version of each character and I'm satisfied. So this isn't a complete collection, but I do believe I have at least one of every character. So there's Castle Grayskull Man, Fearless Photog, Lizard Man, Rotar, Extendar, Snout Spout with the 2000X head, Rio Blast, Cyclone, also with the 2000X head, Clamp Champ, Buzz Off, Fisto, Mossman, Stratos. This is one of only 2 instances where I have the Club Grayskull version of a character mixed in with my Classics collection. I know this figure gets a lot of flack online, but I actually like this version of the Sorceress better than the Classics version. She's a little short, she's a little hippie, but yeah, I like her face. I think she's a better character or better figure, and I think she fits in well. Man-at-Arms. There's He-Man with the vintage-inspired alternate head sculpt on Battlecat. Tila and Zoar, Orko. Ram Man. Manny Faces, Mechanic, Roboto, Rock-On, or is that Stone-Dar? I can never remember. Granada, Rock-On, or Stone-Dar, Plasmar, Dogator and Shield Maiden Sherilyn. That is Vicron in his tank top outfit. And then Robot He-Man from the Club Grayskull line. Bottom shelf, we've got one of the Palace Guards, Gwildor. There's Uncle Montork and Driel with Cringer. Prince Adam, Queen Marlena, King Randor, Adora, another palace guard, King Chubla, Decker, Hawk, or is this Delora? Not sure which hair goes with which, but I did fix this figure to give her a longer neck, and I think she looks a lot better. Ceratus, Lord Dactus, and Chief Carnivus, and I think he makes a good segue into the Thundercats figures. So Pumira, Panthro, Lion-O, Wily Kit, Wily Cat, Mum-Ra, and finally Jackalman. And here's hoping Super 7 picks up this line and continues it, which is what they are hinting at. Here on the other side of Castle Grayskull, I've got Procrustes. There's Stridor. Stridor is standing on top of, this box contains the vintage He-Man and the Masters of the Universe magazines. I think there were 18 issues, and I have 12 of them. So still looking for the other 6. This is Unofficial Collection Guide to Masters of the Universe Classics, which I put together and designed. I will put a link in the description if you want to check it out. It is a 600-page book that I've worked on for several years. In fact, let me open it up for you. Again, this is the Unofficial Collection Guide that I have been working on for quite some time. I gave one spread to every figure in the line. They are featured in release order. If you're interested in this, it's not for sale because I don't own all the images that I used in here, but it is online if you want to print your own and put it in a binder. I am continuously making changes, correcting errors, adding information as time goes on and as the collection grows. So yeah, this has been kind of a labor of love for me. I think it looks pretty cool. So like I said, link in the description if you want to go online and check it out and become thoroughly educated on Masters of the Universe Classics. Besides Stridor, I've got the Wind Raider being piloted by Sky High. Moving down, we've got several heroic figures from loyal subjects. In the back, I've got a vintage lunchbox, and I've got an acrylic case that holds the entire Topps trading card collection for Masters of the Universe. And then Mechanic is standing on top of a few soundtrack releases. The Filmation soundtrack, the soundtrack from the documentary that recently came out. They actually released the soundtrack to that. I forget what it was called. Powers of Grayskull, the definitive history of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Actually had a pretty cool soundtrack for a fan-made documentary. And I also have the soundtrack to the 1987 movie. Over here I've got various books. I've got the original Unofficial Guide to the Cartoon by James Eatock, which is awesome. I mean, the official version's awesome too. But yeah, he put a lot of work into that, and it's great. The Power and Honor Foundation book, How He-Man Mastered the Universe, and then a couple others. We've got the 2000X cartoon on DVD. Got the Orko mug. On this side, I've got some more loyal subjects. I've got the Evil Warriors. I've got a Evil Lyn rock candy figure. And that is a 3D printed plastic Skeletor Buddha that I picked up at, I think, the Harrisburg Comic Con a few years ago. Alright, bottom shelf, these first two boxes contain the Golden storybooks that were released in the 80s. I think I have all of them except for one, Power from the Sky, I believe it's called. It's, for some reason, that book is very hard to get and very expensive, so that's the only one I'm missing. And then the third box is all of the graphic novels from MV Creations and DC and such. The next cube has 2 boxes of collected single-issue comics from Marvel and DC and MV Creations. Next to that is the Dark Horse He-Man and the Masters of the Universe mini-comic collection. And I have a small binder that I created that has art cards from the DVD releases. It's got stickers from various eras. I've even got some of the vintage Puffy stickers that came from Kellogg's, things like that. And then the recently released He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Omnibus by DC Comics. And this shelf is all DVDs. I've got the complete Filmation series, the New Adventures series, the Christmas special, complete She-Ra, the Masters of the Universe movie, and the Playtime Masters documentary, all on DVD. And then the Funko vinyl figures of Prince Adam and Cringer. On the wall here I've got some more stuff I just printed off the internet and framed. So that's one of the vintage toy posters. That's Filmation Great Rebellion and Filmation Heroic Warriors. Going down from there, I've got several framed comics. I just picked ones that I liked the artwork for. So the Image comics with the Sorceress, and this one with Evil Lyn. Beside those, I've got the Preternia poster. Moving on over, I've got another comic featuring Orko, Man-at-Arms. There is the map of Eternia. Below this map, I've got another small shelf. We've got the Battle Ram with 2 Palace Guards. Here's Titus. That's a Battle Bones from the 2000X collection. I think it looks good with the Classics collection, and it even will hold some figures, ones with smaller waists you can actually clip in there. Alright, another comic featuring Stratos, Skeletor. There's the Subternia poster. So I think I have every poster from Classics on my wall except for the Etheria poster and the figure collection poster. And it's just because I don't have the wall space. I wish I did. I'd like to put them all up, but... And here in this corner I've got 4 framed comics from the He-Man and Thundercats mini-series that DC put out. And a Sword of Omens. I've got some art. I actually found this on DeviantArt and really liked it. This guy was drawing various properties that I liked from my childhood, kind of in kid style. I contacted the artist and asked if it was possible to purchase from him, and I never heard back, so I just downloaded this and printed it myself. I think it's really cool. So we've got the Heroic Warriors, Evil Warriors, Thundercats, Silverhawks, and Dungeons and Dragons. I know this is Masters focus, but this wall is just between the doors. One door leads to the garage, the other door leads outside. But between these 2 doors we've got my red wall with part of my DC Universe Classics collection. Most of it is in storage, and I don't have space to put it out, and I'm actually thinking of selling a bunch of it off so I can afford Snake Mountain. But anyway, so there's part of my DC collection. Awesome poster by Garcia Lopez. Some graphic novels. Blu-rays and DVDs from various DC TV shows, movies, animated series. Last thing to show you that's Masters related that's in here. I got these two got these two pillows off of Redbubble. They're kind of mashup, so there's Snarf and Lion-O crossed with Garfield and Pookie. But underneath that, I love this. This is He-Man and Cringer meets Calvin and Hobbes. There you have it. Thanks for listening and watching. I love being in this room. It's a lot of fun. For those who want to know, the shelves were built by my dad. I'm not sure he understands my collection, but he loves me, so he made these shelves for me. Did an awesome job. So yeah, thank you for watching.